Perfect.
Knox.
So, we have finally done a thing which is called sports anime. Which, when they do sports anime, you got shows like Prince of Tennis, where they really get all anime with tennis and stuff, and skills. The basketball one, which I've seen
Slam Dunk.
Yeah, Slam Dunk.
Yeah, Slam Dunk.
It's like.
But here's the funny thing about Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk, much like Hajime No Ippo, nods at the sport so hard that it's trying to mimic. And you see like dudes doing like Kobe's fadeaway, Jordan's fadeaway, the way Dr. J dunked, the way Jerry West used to shoot and all that. There's so many nods in there that is actually very
We talked about that at Otakon a couple years ago. I remember we were talking about that. I always joked that Japan really nails it. I mean, hell, they got a fucking anime called Beyblade that's about fucking spinning tops. Like, they make anime off of everything at this point, but...
You know what? I have to mention it, and I have to mention it again. We had dueling on motorcycles, sir.
There's dueling. No, wait. No, you're forgetting. And you guys are also forgetting about the holy grail of sports, the Keijo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Give me all of that dime, baby.
Yeah.
Why? Who thought that was Who thought that this was a good idea? Because it was. Holy crap!
I mean, they have a shonen anime based off of Go. I'm not even joking. There's an anime off of Go, like a kid, the spirit of an old character from back in the day teaches this kid how to play Go, and he's like this fucking badass kid that can play Go. And I'm like, all right, I guess. I mean, at this point, I'm waiting for a fuc't shogi anime to pop up at this stage.
I'm pretty sure they.
I think there is one that does exist.
Kagegura, Yurion did that. They had that. They had a couple. That was basically a gambling anime set in a high school.
Mm-hmm.
So come on, man. I really want to see because the NFL is stupid as hell. They didn't get none of these anime companies to do an anime for them. Like let's go for Tom Brady because they love Tom Brady so much.
No, wait, they did do an anime. They have done an anime based on football.
No, I mean the NFL is so stupid they didn't get their own licensed anime because that would be freaking awesome. Come on, like Tom Brady gets
Tom Brady would be the fucking Kaiba of fucking the NFL.
He wouldn't be the Kaiba of it, man. It's like the way they would do it is like Tom Brady has like a red aura around him type of thing going on. His eyes glow blue. It's like cling. You know what I mean? But you know what would be the great thing? Showing that one dude on the New Orleans Saints going at motherfucker Marshawn Lynch like, I got him. He thinks he's going somewhere, but he's not. He's coming hot. He just knocked over two guys like they were nothing. How is this man still going it? Surely he'll slow down. Wait a minute. He hasn't slowed down. If anything, he's gotten stronger. I know what I do. I'll go right for his legs. That will get him. Here he is. Now it's the time. Now it's time for me to get him. What? He just flew by me. How is that even possible? The NFL has messed up. There should be 8-minute cartoons of that all the time.
Hey, D, can you imagine the anime version in which Chris will get a good laugh off of this because he and I used to laugh at this shit all the time. Leap up in the air, hold my dick.
Peyton Ellis,
and
Marlon Lynch, that shit would be fucking perfect.
Dude. I'm just saying, man, that whole run right there will be so amazing, man. And then, you know another one we need? You know another one we need that Chris? We need Brian Bosworth. You think this guy named Bo can do everything? He can't. He's going down today. There he is. He's mine. I'm going to get there. What? No, my career. He's going to take everything from me. He's going to take my sponsorship, my women, my money. No. God, that would be so awesome.
Here's the thing. I watch Hajime no Ippo, and I get very distraught because it's like, why hasn't America tapped into an actual boxing cartoon?
Because it's hard to do. Because boxing right now is going through the same thing football is going through when it comes to concussions. Also, boxing has a terrible. You know what their biggest draw is right now. Their biggest draw is a guy who can't read, who beats women, and also throws a large amounts of money in the air. You can't buy them fucking t-shirts off that shit. He ain't Hulk Hogan, nigga. You're
right.
So it's really hard to really make boxing look glorious, man. For at least for the kids, man. Because like I said, you have it in two segments, man. Just real talk. Boxing is not the combat sport people want to go into. When professional wrestling is beating out boxing, there's a problem. Nobody's just flocking to the sport. And it's not like the inner cities ain't pumping out good fighters, because we still getting good fighters out there, trust me. In the middle, in the lighter classes, you know what I mean? But there's still some really, really legit fighters out there. Problem is, boxing is just not as popular as it used to be, man.
Hajime no Ippo Champion Road. It's basically kind of an in-between, seasons 1 and season 2. It's kind of like, Hajime, he's coming off of winning the featherweight belt, and as with anything boxing, he has to...
I'm sorry. Did you just call that nigga Hajime? No, his real name is...
Ippo.
God.
Yeah, Ippo.
Ippo, but what's his first name? Like Mono Koichi?
Makunuishi.
Makunuishi. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I didn't say Hajime. I was saying that's what Hajime Champion Road is about. I know. You just threw me off. Or something. Yeah. Ippo, he won the featherweight belt, and as with anything,
featherweight.
So he has to defend it. And I dubbed this OVA essentially Rocky without the fluff.
Nigga, this thing went full on Rocky 2 on, not even Rocky on me, man. It's just the way it was displayed was just so awesome to me, man.
But I like how, so basically he has to defend it at the Carnival or something like that. I forgot.
Champions Carnival.
Yeah, Champions Carnival.
Champions Carnival. I just think that's just a Japanese way of saying certain things. Just a way of saying tournament, because I heard that expression before for something else before. I forgot what.
Yeah. Now Ippo's coach, I call him Anime Mickey.
Anime Mickey, yeah.
He is, because except he isn't saying bum every 5 minutes, but you might as well say he's calling Ippo a bum and stuff, like, you fought a bunch of bums.
He's not a bum coach, he's more of a slap you upside the head coach.
Yeah, he will pop you upside the head. But Ippo as a character, if you ever watch season 1 of the show, he's taking his lumps. They do a good job of not making him Cena mode the whole season.
Oh yeah, he's not. You actually see a growth in Ippo, man, as he goes, man. A good example was the thing of him catching the leaves.
Yeah,
they showed that, and it was a good way of just showing off how he trained himself up to be this new champion.
Yeah, he got
the belt for a reason. He built himself up, and they really do a great job of that, man.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, he's like, for the course of the time before he fights his guy, he's very kind of like, modest about him being a champion. Even though internally he feels good that he's a champion, he's just modest. Like, I'm not cocky. I'm just like, hey, I'm the champion. Cool, whatever and stuff. He's not
really, going over the top about it. He's still trying to cope with it in general. He really doesn't know what it means to be a champion.
Yeah.
Much like he asked himself the same question all Asian master fighters say. Is this what it means to be a fighter? What is it true? What are my fists telling me? That bull crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I said, we find out that he works as a fisherman. We see the end of the first season with his fight against homeboy. And, it's hell of a fight and stuff. And Ippo's basically, his bread and butter is the Dempsey roll.
That good old Dempsey roll.
That Dempsey roll. That very real roll that can be done in real life.
Yeah, people think it's bullshit, but it's like, no, it's not bullshit. It's just the anime just hyper realizes it, but it's legit.
thing is it is the most amazing bob and weave ever. That's really what it is.
If you play Tekken 7, that's fucking Steve's bread and butter too. That goddamn
Steve's I would say that's Steve's move. That's also Dudley's Rolling Thunder.
Yep.
Bro,
Vanessa does it a little bit too in KOF.
Yeah, Vanessa did it.
I don't know what boxers do in real life. I've seen many boxers do the Dempsey roll before. You know what I mean? Everybody has done a variation of it. You know what I mean?
But the one thing I do love about that Dempsey roll, man, is the hands that follows after it.
But the cool thing is, like, that's what I like about Hajime no Ippo as a show, is that they really do take the time to bring in like a lot of real world boxing techniques and stuff.
They bring the technique in there. Yes, they do animate it by a billion something, in some instances by a billion, but they're just trying to display the point. You know how anime is, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, but like I said, even with that, you still understand it. Like, so Ippo ends up, you know, the person that he fights is a doctor. So what makes him deadly is the fact that he knows things about the human body and what it can withstand and what it can't withstand. And that kind of gives him a little bit of a leg up a little bit too.
Yeah. And also he's the former champion. Yeah,
well, different. He was a junior featherweight, remember?
He was a junior featherweight?
Yeah, he was junior featherweight, and he decided, hey, I'm going to ditch that belt and I'm going to move up to featherweight.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, all right. I read that wrong.
Yeah. That's why everybody was saying he should be feared because, he held that junior featherweight belt for like 3 times in a row. He defended it like 3 or 5 times in a row. So for him to move
5 times in a row.
Yeah,
5 times in a row.
Yeah, 5 times. So for him to move up to featherweight, it was like, oh shit, like this guy means business. But the thing of it is too is that his coaches, the former guy that he fought back in the day, I call him fucking Japanese Glass Joe because apparently, according to his coach, this dude has a glass jaw, and that pisses off the dude so much because this rival coach is fucking petty.
Petty.
It's like, I trained this other guy so I could defeat you. I'm like, really?
You know what? I want to. You know what? That happens in real life, just not as dramatic. You know what I mean? It's not as evil as you think it is. It's like, oh damn, man, I got to fight you. You was on my list. It's usually a list, not just hyper focusing on one person, man.
There's only one. There's another anime that's similar to that, and that was in the Initial D movie.
Oh man, yeah, to do with the MR2.
Yeah, I was gonna say when what's his name? When Bunta's rival, come to find out his rival had a son. His son is also a very gifted driver, just like Tak, except he drives an MR2. And the shenanigans that those two got into when they went for a race, whoo!
Meanwhile, fucking Bunta and the dude's dad are having a fucking pissing contest drinking tea. That shit was fucking hilarious, man. It's like, my son's gonna whoop your son's ass. I hope you know that, right?
So, yeah, keep telling yourself that. Excuse me, this tea is quite hot.
Quite hot, you know. How about that undercarriage on the MR2? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, bro.
Like, hope the MR2 did good against dead leaves. What?
What? What was that?
Deja vu.
But like leading up to the fight,
be an asshole. You'd be an asshole to do that.
Just start singing deja vu. But like the build up to the fight, because there's no really convoluted plot. It's basically Ippo has to defend his belt against this guy who wants to really prove himself, and it's the former coach fight. It's the coach fighting his former adversary from back in the day through these two fighters, and apparently Ippo, gets into an arm wrestling match with 3 other dudes that he's trained with.
Yeah, his buddies and all that. It basically was over a girl and all. Also Ippo not only didn't mess up the only girl that liked him, which made me laugh that the guy who gets punched in the teeth for a living is scared to ask the girl out. I get that that's cute, but it's also a little bit stupid to me. But then again, Japanese, what you want to do with it?
This goes right back again into Initial D territory, where you have these characters where they're badasses and awesome in their own right, doing what they do, doing what they know how to do. But yet, for some reason, they either can't get a date or they can't they can't hold a relationship.
See, I excuse it for attacking them because they're high schoolers. Now, when it gets to
I was going to say I let it go for initial dick.
Now, when it gets to Tanahashi and them, since they're older and they're like out of high school and stuff, that was the case of, because you remember, I don't know how far in initial D you guys are. One of Ryu Takahashi's rivals, we come to find out he took this girl, and that's only because dude was they implied that he beat his woman, apparently. And he came over there to console her, and he didn't like that shit, and they get into a race. I'm like, really? So we're not throwing hands, we just race. All right.
Or how about the fact that your boy, what's his name? Keisuke Takahashi, he knew for a fact that he was having feelings for a girl who turned out to be
RX-7.
like she had the exact same RX-7, and he ended up racing her, and he raced her because she was like, look, if I oh my god, this was on some Love and Basketball shit right here. Where she's like,
yes, it was.
She was like, if I race you, if I win, we go out on a date or something.
We go together.
We go together if I win. And my man, bruh, he blew the doors off her.
Yeah, but to be fair though, they did imply something happened, because you remember when his car got fucking sabotaged, he came to her and was like, "Hey, can I borrow your car?"
Mm-hmm. There was that.
So so there's clearly something there. But with Ippo, Ippo was just kind of like, girls. I'm not afraid of girls, but I don't know how to put my feelings out there. But it's not. It's
more like, I'd rather focus on my driving.
Yeah, but it's not done in a very toxic way. It's not on some, I'm a man and men don't have feelings. It's like, no,
it's more, it ain't like Duke Togo who will sleep with a woman and shit like,
have this stone cold face.
It's like this, wow, you're a mysterious man. I have to go now. Well, can't you stay? And he just stays quiet the whole entire time while
putting on his
up his shirt. While buttoning up his shirt. But you're the most awesome man who ever made love to me. I want you to stay. I have to go.
My planet needs me.
Hey, D, you know why, right? Because the last time he did that, the show implied he had a kid out of that shit.
Look. Here's the thing that I always get about.
And the kid had the same stone cold face as Duke. I was like, that's your kid, dog.
That's not even funny, man. Somebody did that on purpose. Somebody had to animate that. That's what made that so hilarious.
Dude, I swear to God, me and my brother were dying on that shit. I was like, yo, dude, that's your kid. You ain't gonna slip her some money? What's up, man?
That kid's gonna kill a kitty cat at age 6.
Nah, he killed him at age 3.
No. He doesn't, but it's like, how did you do it? Wait a minute. He could have. That's what he did it. It's like it goes into his long explanation how he killed the cat.
All of a sudden,
with a slingshot.
All of a sudden, the fucking Google 13 theme. Diddle-doo, diddle-doo, diddle-doo. No, but it's like even on that little small subplot, which was funny. It was a little funny diversion. The movie gets straight to the point because, like I said, the coach, Coach Kamigawa, his rival, comes up there. We find out at the beginning, like, hey, his boy literally calls him and was like, hey, look at page 94 from the boxing magazine from 2 months ago. Look in the left corner.
Yeah. Shit.
And you see a mysterious dude, and it's like,
it's your boy.
It's your boy. And I'm like, Coach had the I'm not surprised look on his face. Like, of course he is. Of course he's here. Why would he not be here?
So check this out. I was doing me. Was down in Mexico. Doing push-ups and shit. And I ran to the young man, and I thought to myself, hey, this will be the greatest time for me to enact petty revenge on somebody I can't stand.
So I'm going to teach him 2 things that's going to negate his Dempsey role. I'm going to tell you the first thing, but I'm not going to tell you the second thing. It's a secret.
Way to go, arrogant.
They do that. They do that in every fucking anime. Actually, it's not even anime. That's every movie period where the bad guy shows his trump card. Like, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And then that's it. I'm like, you just told him what you're going to do. Like, why are we doing this?
But I got a second thing. It's like, no, but I got a second super awesome special thing. Yeah, and so what? It's going to be awesome, and you're not going to know how to handle it. And basically, that's what they got to go on. So, Sonata, which is the name of the other boxer,
he's a doctor.
He's a doctor. get to see him play video games with his little sister. This nigga, he's about them hands, man. If I can describe him, if anything, you know what he reminds me of? There's two fighters he reminds me of. There's no bullshit. He reminds me of Arturo Gatti and Sugar Shane.
Oh yeah, he is. He is.
He reminds me, his fighting style so much like Sugar Shane. To me, it's kind of funny. You know, we have to talk boxing when we're in this, but it's kind of funny. I always felt that Sugar Shane Mosley was just like an unbridled beast. It's just that Floyd Mayweather showed the fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was a big fan of Sugar Shane Mosley, man. But he reminded me a lot about that. And RP to Gotti. Gotti was nice.
Yeah.
Gotti was nice with it until he got his ass destroyed by me. He was nice with it, man.
Yeah. Well, it was
nice.
funny because some of the people that Ippo is like training with, like Takamura. Takamura in the anime, he's actually the current Japanese middleweight champion.
Oh, damn. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, he's like the middleweight champion, but Ippo kind of was the one that's been training with him because the three guys that he's training with, they're actually former champions. Like I said, Takamura is a champion still. The other two still box to an extent because that whole gym that they're part of, they all kind of like spar with one another and stuff. When they see what the doctor can do, because it was funny because there's also a little, I'm not gonna call it a subplot, but the newspaper is kind of like, because they really treat, and this is what I like about the show and also this OVA, is that they really treat it like real life. They show like the news organizations interviewing these boxers and stuff, doing news stories on them and stuff. Because when they talk to the doctor,
thank God that their magazine is thorough enough. You can't find one boxing magazine in America right now that doesn't. Well, Ring, but that's about it.
Yeah,
Ring is the only one really, but yeah,
they're doing so much in depth. They go to the doctor where he works at the hospital and stuff, and he's talking about boxing and stuff because he's, like I said, he's a doctor and he's a boxer at the same time.
And he's Dr. Boxer.
Dr. Boxer.
Dr. Boxer.
Yeah.
Dr. Boxer.
So it's a situation where he's juggling both and kind of in the place of, can I do both? And that's why he steps up to do the featherweight challenge, because it's kind of like proving to himself, can he actually juggle both at the same time?
Yep. And he really doesn't want to be a doctor, but he does it anyway because it's going to pay, Japanese life again.
His dad was a doctor, so he has to be a doctor. So.
You know what I mean? So like that.
It's the same. It's the same as what's his name? It's the same as Homeboy with the Blackbird.
Oh yeah.
I meant surgeon, but he's a freaking racer.
Hey, so Ippo's dad, he don't give a shit, does he?
I don't think so.
Of course not. You know what? That's a running thing about a lot of these Japanese anime, and I'm starting to think that's how Japanese men are. Either the fun-loving dad, or you're just a straight-up cunt.
It's more like his dad is dead, though, D. So, but his dad, his dad is dead, but like they don't really go in depth on it. They show he has a picture of him and stuff, but it's just basically he died and.
Okay, cool.
But he was a former boxer. He was a former boxer.
I see. Like I said, I thought it was going the usual path.
Nah, his mother's alive. His mother's alive.
You're no good. Yeah. Like, that's the one that always pissed me off about Initial D, is like, you better just keep on putting gas and not give a shit about life. That's what it felt like to me, the father.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Like his mom in season 1, his mom didn't really want to go to his fights because, again, she's seen the father get into fights and stuff, and she's just like, hey, I can't stand to see my son get hit.
I understand that.
Which is understandable. It's like, do you want to see your son get punched in the face and the head multiple times?
Hell no, man.
Yeah, so it's understandable and stuff. So he has basically a pretty good family life. It ain't nothing that's like, oh my god. But I will say this, like you mentioned earlier, they do show like how did Ippo get to where he's at, and that was the whole thing of him basically catching the leaves.
Yeah, they were outside catching the leaves. Him out. They showed him how he sparred and how he got to where he got.
They also implied that Takamura gave him Mike Tyson video compilations. So Mike Tyson exists in the world of Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah, apparently the WBA actually has tapes.
Hey, if the Drift King can exist in Initial D, Mike Tyson can exist in Ippo.
Deja vu.
I mean, I know I keep going back to other anime, but it's just that a lot of anime is similar to this. well, I mean, similar in parallels.
No,
Yeah.
it's truth. I mean, it is what it is and stuff. But like the thing of it is, it's like when I was saying with the build up and stuff. Besides like the news organizations, they even have an actual like pre-fight, weigh-ins and all that stuff. Which again, I appreciate that kind of stuff. It's just funny to me.
The only thing they didn't do was the HBO special.
Oh man, that would have been dope if they
Like,
did that shit.
we go over to Dr. Sanat. Like, you used to go to the hospital. He like this is what I do every day. I help people out, try to make sure, everything's fine. Dr.
First of all, it wouldn't be an HBO special. That'd be a straight up TV Tokyo special.
Like they go to Ippo, you see Ippo in the gym, and he's like, he's doing the thing where he hits the dudes, hits the guy's hands, trying to hit everything, like ba 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 ba. Except today he got the black guy, so you hear this ba 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 again, ba 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 again, fuck it up, nigga. There you go, nigga. There you go, nigga.
Yeah, that's who it is. Hama Dankichi. That's the coach's rival and stuff. And I just laugh at the fact that the coach literally went out of his way to say he got lucky, beat KO on him twice, and I'm like, nah, that dude had
a glass jaw.
Yeah, he literally said he had a glass jaw, and I was like, you didn't get lucky. He had a glass jaw. You put him down for the count, and he didn't like that shit. So
I really think I got one. Because every time I get hit in the chin, man, that's lights out. If you want to get in a fight with me, go right at you, motherfucker. I mean that, man. I'm giving y'all a free shot.
I might need you to have my back one day. They don't need to do that.
Chris, much like China, not much like Black, all of this bigness is really show. I am not that type of.
Again, you're giving away trade secrets, D. You can't be doing this shit.
I love the fact that everybody sees me as a bodyguard. Holy shit! Thank you.
like D over here handing out cheat codes.
God damn it, D. That means some dude listening to this and be like, so I guess I can ride up on that nigga, huh? All right.
It's like that.
Yeah,
I can pull up on
motherfucker. I like Marvel.
I can pull up on D. I bet.
Look, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, nigga. I like Marvel comics. What? And I don't like Goku. What you want to do about it?
What they don't know is that D is like me. I'm like Ric Flair. I'm dirty player. I will fucking nut shot the shit out of your ass in a heartbeat.
No. I'm sorry. What's that over there? Huh?
Pocket sand.
I've never seen pocket sand. And then, because it's 3 Black Geeks, when you on the ground and you blind like motherfucking Jean-Claude, because it's 3 Black Geeks, Brother Rock is coming.
Yeah.
This is exactly why I appreciated Bushmaster pulling the Dale Gribble technique on Luke, like sha.
He did, didn't he? He hit the nigga with the pocket sand.
It's like, this nigga got hands now. God damn. Sha. You're done.
Was not expecting the man that got shot by bullets to actually have hands. Where was that last season?
Luke Cage.
Where's Storks?
I'm sorry. Luke Cage. I love Luke Cage season 2. And they really did the Jamaican, but there were times where I was just laughing. Like, again, Bushmaster's brother, homeboy was like, what about Luke Cage? You can't defeat the man from Harlem. He's bulletproof. I'm like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
Save that one for the trailer, man.
Oh my God. But yeah, it's like, Hama really, it's like, again, we're talking about the pettiness of it. Again, it's just the fact that he had that smirk on his face, like, I got this nigga now. He's done.
Motherfucker walk in here looking like, who's that? Lines looking like LeVar Ball.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's my son right here.
That's what made it funny. It's like, dog. But here's the crazy part, right? He tells the dude, okay, I beat him twice. He beat me 3 times. At that point, it's like, dude, you're up 3-2. Why do you need revenge?
Exactly, actually. Yeah, what's the point?
So you're up 3-2. At this point, again, it goes back to what I was saying. He's petty. But then again, he was down in Mexico for a while, so yeah, I can see how that can kind of like, build up that hate.
What's that supposed to mean? Mexico's dirty, filled with cartel?
I don't know. I don't know. Whatever happened in Mexico,
Whatever happened in Mexico, something happened down there, man. That nigga learned new fight moves. Got into this real. I mean, not got into. Just got invited to this weird bad place, and it was like dusk till dawn and shit. And
Yeah, but basically, like, that story for him is that, like, because like I said, him having that glass jaw kind of kept him from really reaching that high level in boxing. You know, it's like, what do you do? You got a glass jaw, but he is a very smart tactician. So he knew, like, he trained, and that was the thing with him, is he trained a lot of fucking talented boxers. And that was his whole thing, is I'm going to train this boxer in order to beat you. Which, spoiler alert, yeah, he ends up, like, training a boxer. I think it pops up in the second season. He trains a junior lightweight champion. I think he's a Russian in the second season.
So he comes back?
Yeah. He
Awesome.
he comes back. He trains him in I forgot which. Yeah, I think it's second season he comes back. So he basically pops up, but this was kind of like the first time, like, he really was just like, I'm gonna get my revenge, you know, and stuff. So yeah, you'll see him again if you keep watching the series. You'll definitely like his stuff when you see it. It's actually pretty dope. But yeah, you know, we get the whole pre-fight build up and stuff. Ippo, he's, as usual, as you saw in the first season, he's nervous, but it doesn't deter him for what he's doing and stuff. But when I talk about, like, whenever they do anything with sports, what I hate more so than anything is when they montage fights. And what they don't do in the show, because I remember watching it, and I think it got to, like, the 40-minute mark, and I'm like, is this movie already over?
Exactly. I felt the same way too. And the next thing I know, it just continued. I was like, oh, so we're coming up on the fight.
Oh, yeah, and they literally go round by round by round.
By round. And, you know, I liked it because, you know, they announced Sonata. It was like, Sonata, I came to bring the pain hardcore to the brain.
You might as well. I mean,
and then they call it Ippo. You know, Ippo's Japanese, so it was like something Japanese, like like something like that. You know what I mean?
In my head, I'm thinking it's like Homer's "Why Can't We Be Friends" when he fought Jedrick Tatum.
No, wait, CJ. For Ippo, it's easy. He rolls in running in the 90s.
Eurobeat.
Yep.
Yeah, they did that. Yeah. So you had the fight, and off the break, like, Sonata does not fuck around. Like,
I don't know. No, I like it because Ippo says off the break, all right, that's all I gotta do. I gotta hit this nigga with my first punch and get this whole motherfucker. Oh my god.
Reality. He got the reality check of a lifetime because he was only because the whole build to the fight, Ippo and his coach doesn't know what the second fist is going to do.
Yeah. Also, the one that they did good was
the first time they thought they were gonna get that. Dude was already knocked out before they can actually see the attack.
Yo, so the whole time it's like you gotta let that nigga unleash that shit so we know what's going on. And the whole time Ippo was actually blocking very well and all that, but he's getting lit up, and finally he does move, which is a uppercut. It's just a sweet ass uppercut, really. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But when it lands, it lands.
Mm-hmm.
And holy crap, it does, man. And then you know, Ippo's like, you know, they're all surprised and all that shit. Ippo always finds a way to block it or do some type of block or something like that. I like at the end of that, like the end of the first round, here's me acting like the the corner guy. All right, see that nigga ain't kill you though. What you need to do, quit fucking around and stop throwing back. You understand me? Look at me. There you go.
He's a bum rock.
Go back out there and fuck that nigga up. That's how you do it. I always love the corner guys that do that street shit, man.
You know, Ippo is literally...
Sonata's like, yeah, I done rock this nigga shit. He don't know what's next.
When we see what the second fist is, literally is basically... The first when Ippo blocks it, we find out that he feints the punch and it goes into a straight punch.
Yeah.
So Ippo is blocking that, so he's thinking, okay, I can come around, and come to find out, that second punch, literally he turns his fist going straight and just straight jabs his ass.
And you know what? And Sonata finds a way to break this nigga out. Now the only thing that they're worried about.
Oh, by the way, that tech is called the Heian.
Oh yes, it is.
The Heian.
The Heian.
Yeah. That nigga, and that thing is like quick to the, it's like quick to the body. It's vicious. It's a vicious little sharp punch.
Yeah.
And to give Ippo his not to even give him his credit, because the one thing that he said the whole entire time was, I need to do my Dempsey road. That's what got me here. That's what got me up here. I'm gonna have to do that. And he keeps fighting through the whole match to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, you find out that fucking what's his face found out about how he could block that, because what you end up finding out that Hama, when he saw at the end of the first season with that final match, he found out that dude figured out how to stop the Dempsey road by basically kind of doing a charging move that stops him in his tracks.
Yeah, which I got to be honest with you, I didn't know you could do that in boxing like that. Just straight up say, off me, nigga. I didn't know you can do that. Yeah. I didn't know you could do that. So, whatever. Speaking of which, you're going to be saying this half the fight if you watch this, everybody. Where's the ref? Where's the ref?
Only when the bell rings did the ref materialize. You know
what I'm saying? And I say that because I'm big on when there's a fight, is like, okay, stop it, match over. Like, it's over. Dude's just getting rocked in the corner. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, constantly getting rocked. It's like, okay, ref, stop this. He ain't fighting back. Match over. I'm big on that stuff. Yeah. I don't know why.
It's understandable.
Call me a bit of a pussy, man, because I'm always worried about the boxing safety, man. Like, all right, that's enough. They took enough shots to the head. In this fight, the fourth and third round is where I say, hey, ref, anytime you want to show up is nice. Anytime you feel the need that there's something illegal, come on in. Nigga, they ain't step in once.
Now, here's the kicker with Ippo. Ippo, and he's done this in the first season, he always learns certain things from his opponents and tries to apply it in certain matches. And in this match, his coach tells him after he almost gets knocked down, hey, remember, I forgot which fight it was. And then he remembers it and come to find out that he basically used the cross guard method, and that's what stops that second fist from coming in.
I mean, it was like bullshit, but it worked, you know what I mean?
But at the same time, doing cross guard leaves his face wide the fuck open. So he ends up getting jabbed in the face and stuff. And as the match is going on,
look, this nigga caught a few of them, man.
Oh yeah,
he caught a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing of it is, over the course of the match, as I was saying earlier, Sonata starts working his fucking chest hardcore.
Oh my god, he gets this nigga right in his solar plexus and start going to town on him.
And he was like, it hurts, right? You can't breathe, can you?
Mm-hmm.
And again, Sonata being a doctor, he knows, this nigga gonna be down. He can barely breathe. The shit hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going through all types of pain. He's still standing up, man. Because the anime is an anime, they're just showing getting belted in the stomach like 50 times to the point where he was like, oh, for the love of God. And that's why I yell out, where is the ref, man? Where is the ref? He's crushing him. And this is where the anime gets really good, because at that point, and I got to be honest with you, it could because I had a joint, but it gets really exciting because and finally Ippo's like, oh my god, this is it. I'm about to lose my championship. I'm really done for. I'm this and I'm that. I'm like, yo, and I'm thinking to myself, well, if he does lose, this is bold.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that would be bold if he loses on his first try, because and it wasn't that he believed he was cocky. He wasn't cocky. He just wasn't sure what he's coming at. You know what? People always say this in sports. It's one thing to get to the championship, and there's another thing to stay being the champion.
Yeah, even really Ippo's coach sat there and told him, he was like, "Hey, you won the championship, but that doesn't stop. You got to keep like." Going. Even when you're not the champion or anything like that, you're like the number one seed or something. People come for your head. You remember that? That always happens, man. Like, I remember
it was like about a couple years ago, you know, during the season where Dez caught that jump, where everybody and their mom were coming right at the Cowboys with a buzzsaw. Like they were coming, they because you smell who's the number one competition. Same thing goes for, you remember we was watching earlier this season was the Wizards and the Warriors, and how the Warriors was like, dude, stay down, stay the fuck down.
That's Ippo for the whole thing. Ippo was just Wizards, like, nah, bro.
Because the Wizards was like, y'all the number one team in the league. We're gonna have to punch y'all dead in the mouth to let you know what time it is.
Yeah.
Or you're going against a team that actually is just as good as you, saying, I need a reason to knock you off. That's all it really is. It's harder to stay champion than it is to to obtain it, man. You know, either way to me, but whatever, you know.
Plus you also have to keep in mind that Ippo knew that he wasn't just going up against just some tough boxer. He was going up against a freaking brain surgeon.
Oh man, like that dude knew what he had to do, and that's what makes him deadly. Is that you're getting this other boxer who's a tactician, former boxer that's a tactician, alongside your skills as a former junior featherweight champion. You defended it 5 times. You're already deadly, and you get that skill, and then you're fighting against a boxer who, let's be real about this, he has the anime "I will not give up" kind of shit going for him and stuff. Except it's not like broken tier. Which
goes a long way for a lot of characters. Look at you, Naruto, Goku, every main character in anime since the beginning.
Every shonen character is the same. You know what? You can have a deeper conversation when it comes to them being actually different, and they all are, but they share that one never give up trait so well that it's almost sickening. There is sometimes where you get different people to display, get different main characters to display that differently. I don't know, Chris, would you say that from Bleach showed that a little bit differently than anybody else?
Yeah, just a bit.
Just a bit. I'm not saying that it was perfect, because it really wasn't. But there was something to be said about Bleach, like, I won't let you kill everybody I know and all the rest of that. There was something admirable about it. Maybe we know why he's like that. Goku, on the other hand, is like, whoa. If you blow up my planet, that means I can't eat. Nah, that ain't going to happen, man. Like, everybody is always, it's funny to see difference. In Ippo's case, it's a sports anime, so it's like, I want to be the champion. Oh my god! And that was the one thing that they harped on when it came to Ippo, is that he's a young champion. He doesn't know how it feels. Even when he walked out there to the fight, his legs were heavy and all that. He was dizzy walking out there. Remember that?
Yep.
And that's really because he didn't know how to feel about it. There's got to be a high that you get when you're the champion for the first time, and you don't quite know how to handle that shit. Now, I'm pretty sure Floyd Mayweather knew how to do that shit, but I'm not saying that somebody else, somebody else don't know how to do that shit. That's a lot of pressure, man. So
you don't have to worry about that.
I'm sorry. What, Chris?
You beat women.
What did you say?
I mean, you beat women. Of course, you're not going to feel nervous. I mean, I'm just saying. Putting it out there.
I don't know, man. I like the fact you say if you slap a woman, you won't be nervous ever again. That just sounds like that's some bad advice to get a whole bunch of.
No, it's more like
I'm not scared enough to slap.
No, that's just me saying, Floyd Mayweather beats women. That's what I'm trying to sit there and imply.
What I'm trying to really get at, the crux of what I'm trying to get at, is that he beats women.
He beats women.
But anyway, Ippo goes. It's so sad too, man. Because Ippo's at this point he can't move. He done shit on himself. No, he
shit himself. He had. Now here's the thing, right?
The way the doctor was throwing that underhook, man. Good God.
Now, here's the kicker. When he finally figures out what he needs to do to defeat the doc, that's when the doc is all like, "Fuck. Okay. Shit. He's figured my shit out now. Okay. So what do I need to do?" And that's when. Mama's like, all right, you bring the fight to him now. Go in.
I like how he like it was like, oh damn, I didn't even explain that part where he almost fell to the canvas, but he hung on by the rope.
Oh yeah,
and I was telling myself, oh man, I bet that looked beast in the manga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the way it looked, I bet that looked really good in black and white. But also I was saying to myself, he can't do that. He can't hold on to rope, can he?
I think you can hold on to the rope, but like you were saying before with the ref, it's like, hey ref, shouldn't you be up there to tell him like you can't do that anymore?
I mean, Sonata hit the ground. When Sonata hit the ground, he got right back up, though, man. It was so funny because when Ippo dropped him, Ippo was like, stay down. Nope.
You know what? I like that. Ippo.
Bitch,
what I liked was that Ippo looked at him and said, he was resting that whole time until he got the 8.
Yep, that's how you do that, Joe. You look in real life, you see boxers waiting until the ref get to 8, and they look dead at the ref, and the ref go, "You okay? Yeah, let's go." They just wait the 8 seconds, man. Because here's the funny thing I've learned about boxing when it comes to knockdowns. Sometimes a knockdown is an accident. And sometimes the nigga got lucky, but he didn't hurt me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just real talk. You did get dropped.
Sometimes the dude just needs an 8-second break.
Yeah. Like do wham. Oh my God, he hit the ground. One. That doesn't mean he's hurt. That meant like, whoa, okay, that woke me up. All right, this nigga throwing bows. Let's go. And you take your point because you did lose a point, but you take your lost point. Also, Chris, am I wrong to being that person that sat there like your boys like, okay, what we go to Harold Letterman. Harold, what you got to do 2 weeks? All right, I got Sonata. He got 15 points. He got 15 points. Ippo, he only has 18. Now let me tell you what he's doing wrong. What he needs to do.
Now here's the kicker, though, right? So when they're getting up close, this is where I was really feeling it for fucking Sonata. So Ippo tries to do his Dempsey roll again. Sonata does. Ippo fucking crushes this dude's fucking ribs.
Dude,
and you see them shits break.
And it makes this cool.
You watch 3 ribs just get shattered.
And it makes it cool because Sonata was like, Ippo was like, Coach, I need you to slap me on the back, bro. Give me some inspiration because I'm dead, bro. I can't move, man. I done shitted on myself. You smell that? Yeah, I know. I'm my bad, man. But look,
Coach gave him the Miyagi.
Give him the straight Miyagi. Slap right on the back. Got the handprint on there, everything. Yep. And Ippo came out of there. Ippo did what I like to call the Goku special. Nigga, wait a minute. You planned that?
Yeah.
Goku is known for doing one stupid move because Goku saw opening one time. All right, good example. Chris, I don't know if you're like me when I play Madden. You ever do a play in Madden and it got an interception, but you're sitting there like, no, let's run that back. And when you run it back, you get a touchdown the next time. Yeah. It's like that. That's exactly what it was. I know how I can get a touchdown off that because you're not doing this, you're not doing that. So he went into that Dempsey roll again, lullabied that nigga, and when he tried to go in for, and this is what he knew it. What you're going to do is going to throw that shoulder in my chest. I want you to, because I know what to do now.
Like,
and when he did it, give me that liver and give me 3 of them ribs. 1, 2, 3. I'm like, yo, Sonata was like, all right, that's it. Jesus.
Yeah.
But did that drop him? No, it didn't. And then Ippo went ahead and went into overdrive, which I got to be honest with you, it is the worst mayor of this show. Holy crap. That Dipsy roll into that left, right.
That ref should have stopped that fucking fight immediately.
That's why I was like, I know I am rooting for Ippo, and I was calling for the ref earlier, but on some real shit for Sonata. He's going to die. Where's the referee at?
He's going to die on his feet.
But I laugh, too, is because Sonata is still standing, and he's like, if I can withstand this, I can do this. And he does withstand it, and at this point, Ippo was like, I'm fucked. He's going to punch me. This is it.
You know what?
Ippo, because Ippo ran right out of energy.
And hella props to him, man. Bro, you ate all of that Dempsey roll.
Yeah, he ate all of it, man. He ate all of it. And all of a sudden, so I was like, I got this nigga. Throws the punch. I'm like, and look, all of us, and look, real talk, I think all 3 of us, wow. He missed him! He missed him! He straight up missed them. And that's when I saw Chris. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Nigga. Dude fell into the ground. Ippo won But what I laugh more so too is that, as usual with any anime, fucking Sonata's like, well, it was a good run. I guess it's time to retire and be a doctor now. Can't do both.
Yeah, can't do both.
Hama was on his, I'll get you next time, Ippo.
It like the fight just ended. Even if I love Ippo's response was like, holy crap, I won. Like, I really won. I survived that shit. Oh my god, I think I'm dead.
Yo, and that was what made it funny is when Sonata's doing this whole retirement thing. They're like, hey, Ippo is like, you know,
dying.
Like, he's like asleep. And that's when the doctor was like, ah, shit, brain dead. He might be fucking brain dead. God damn it. And they come to find out he's like, oh, he's asleep. He just exhausts himself out. I was like, well, that was anticlimactic.
Here's me. No, you killed him, Sonata. You know it. You know it. You saw it in his eyes like, oh my god, I think I gave this nigga a tumor. Well, oh well.
Doing the face like, multiple times.
Well, I am a doctor. I could save him. You know, like technically, I'm still not quite a doctor. Thanks to that little exposition that he got from playing Fighting Vipers with that little girl.
Thank you. That was Fighting Vipers or something. You know what? And you know what? I really loved how he went all. Like I said, that whole scene went all the way Goku for me, to the fact that he won. And I thought to myself, hey D, how would it be if he went against Floyd Mayweather? I can tell you exactly what would have happened. The first 2 rounds would be Ippo just lighting him up, getting nice punches in, getting nice blocks in, and all the rest of that. And you know the best part, and I thought to myself, so what happens after that? If the 3rd round comes up, he's like, all right, I already know how to take him out. Here we go. He throws the punch, and as soon as he's about to lift and throw the punch, wait a minute, where did he go? And like the Floyd Mayweather's right behind him, and it just like punches him right in the cheek and knocks him out. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly how we'll go for Floyd Mayweather, man. And nigga becomes Burner.
Yeah, Burner gets his neck broken and shit. Yeah, so well, I like it. Well, I like how the ending goes. Is that we see that Hamada decides he's going to go to America and train up another boxer and stuff. And like I said earlier, he ends up training a boxer as well too. So yeah, it's I
like how you went to Mexico and then brought no Mexican fighters up. That is a shame, dude. No, seriously. That is like going to Texas and saying, I'm going to get me a 10-gallon hat and come back with a motherfucking Houston Rockets cap. Like, you just... How did you... Come on, dude.
Yeah, I mean...
What the hell did you do down there?
Again, where was the refs? Yo, is this how they regulate in Japan? Because good God.
Yeah, so
brain damage, my nigga.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is and stuff, you know. So, but yeah, that's Hajime No Ippo Champion Road.
Before we get to the end of before we officially call it the end, can we count out the we still got some silliness here. Like Ippo goes back to his job being a fisherman, doing his thing.
Yeah.
And the girl
boxing them, pay like that.
And the girl who the audience thought, notice that we haven't seen or heard anything from, from this girl, since their last meeting. Wonder what happened. It's like, oh, you were there. Yes, I was there. And I'm guessing you cheered for Sonata, right? I went alone. You told me to do, and you told me what to do, to cheer for the person that I liked. And that's exactly what I did. And Ippo, which, to be fair, my man took a lot of shots to the head, so, he just didn't quite get it. He didn't quite get it. He slowly puts 2 and 2 together, and he's like, oh my God, you mean me?
Yes. Yes, final horse crossed the finish line.
Finally.
About time.
Yeah, that's why I say about damn time.
And of course, my man's like, wait, hold on, I caught something. Caught a fish. Freaking tackle ball was flying and smacks one of his boys in the head. And we get the typical anime ending. What were you guys doing back there?
Yeah, Jimmy.
I watched this in Japanese.
Yeah, I did too.
I did too.
Oh, we all did. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we all did. So.
I think Hajime no Ippo doesn't get its respects as much as I think it should, but I think enough people like it so that the manga is going to continue for a while. And any of these movies that pop up, which there are a couple, I think two actually, but still, the fact that the series is still going on, that's awesome.
If I'm not mistaken, there's quite a few. Like, there's quite a few other animes. Like, if I'm not mistaken, this is what the old Hajime no Ippo is. Didn't Hajime no Ippo get like remade?
Yeah, I remember it got remade, but I didn't know much about outside of knowing that much. I didn't know
right. So Hajime no Ippo got remade. Grappler Baki got remade.
Yeah, actually, that's coming to Cartoon Network, I think, next month.
And it's on Netflix. Like, it's actually on Netflix.
Netflix. My fault. Not Cartoon Network. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
and I'm trying to think. There's another one. Hajime no Ippo. Then there was Grappler Baki, and there was another anime that was Didn't Slam Dunk get remade?
Slam Dunk gets remade every now and then, but actually there's another basketball anime that's out that I don't know the name of it though. I really don't know the name of it, but it's dope. It's just as dope too.
Yeah. I will say this though, the Hajime no Ippo games, Victorious Boxers, they're actually pretty fun to play.
Who makes it?
I think it's Grand Prix did the one for the Wii. That's the one I played. I think the other ones, I'm trying to remember. I think who's it? I think New Corporation did the other two. Yeah. So, like I said, I mean, the one on the Wii is kind of like, I think it came out right around the time as the Punch Out Wii came out as well. So it was kind of like, hey kids, you like Mike Tyson Punch Out? It's the same kind of technology, so to speak. It's fun though. So, but anyways, yeah, that's Hajime no Ippo. So what's next on our anime journey?
I guess we're gonna have to cry a little bit, and that's Gundam War in a Pocket.
With our boy Prime, he's joining in on this. And,
talk about this.
Am I gonna cry? No, but I will say it goes back to what I say about Gundam. War is hell. But kids,
and War in a Pocket. What I remember, it doesn't. I want to say it doesn't play, but it does it right where they don't really look. If you don't know the ending, don't see the ending coming. If you don't see the ending coming, you deserve every bit of tears that's gonna fall out your eyes. Yeah. You really do.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's it, folks. And yeah. So we will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.
Next week.